Before they were the #1 team in the country, before they beat Odessa Permian in front of 21,000 fans, they were just kids who loved playing football together.
I would say 95% of us played with or against each other for 10, 11 years before we got to play together.
We knew we had special players in the city, and we get to middle school and they start funneling you into the high school, right?
As these boys began building their football future, losing became a thing of the past.
There may be guys that are on that team that never lost a football game in their entire life until we played Arlington our junior year.
While these kids were barely in middle school, Mark Elam took over as head coach at North. Elam's first season was in 1990. His first win wasn't until 1991.
We really built our program and had a lot of pride that we worked really hard. Our off seasons were pretty intense.
Coaching staff and everybody, man, we drank the Kool-Aid, we worked out hard.
We were in off season, and I don't remember what year, and it was freezing in Dallas. And we went outside, and everybody was in t-shirts and shorts. 15 minutes later, Coach finally called us in, but it was that mentality.
Like you said, it was just buying into the culture, right?
It really was.
Like, we knew what to expect during practices. We knew what to expect in the off seasons leading up to the seasons.
In the fall of 1995, 5 years after going 0-10, the Stallions made their longest playoff run in program history, going 4 rounds deep.
You know, if you're the big guy, you're the old guy, and you see some young buck that's a little bit better than you, well, these guys encouraged them, and that was what made the chemistry of the 95 team so good.
And then that summer was just crazy. I mean, we were bringing back 17 starters.
The Stallions came back loaded in 1996, ranked #1 in the state. In week 2, they played #2 Odessa Permian.
#1 North Mesquite hosting #2 Odessa Permian.
That game was hyped up from the get-go.
There's a line that stretches as far back as you can see.
Once we saw the amount of fans that were at Memorial Stadium, it kind of opened everybody's eyes to like, wow, this is a big deal.
From where we started 5 years earlier to this deal here, it was a great deal.
Craziest thing is everyone in the end zone. We had never seen that. Like, no more seats. The end zone is full.
Well, we beat them 27-0.
When we beat them, I think we knew that we were the real deal.
Soon after that win,
78 yards for the touchdown.
USA Today ranked North Mesquite the #1 team in the country.
Monday mornings, USA Today would come out, and everybody's looking at the high school rankings.
North went 10-0 in the regular season, then beat South Garland in the first round of the playoffs. But the win came at a great cost.
Without its #1 running back, All-Stater Jason Coffey.
Abdominal injury, he had internal bleeding, he had surgery, I think 5 hours after the game was over.
A guy that's leading the state for 2 years straight and rushing.
Kind of a heart and soul of the offense type presence that's missing.
Arthur Jefferson stepped in for Coffey and rushed for more than 100 yards, but North lost to Tyler Lee 17-6.
Regardless of who came in, not saying they didn't do a good job, but it just wasn't Jason Coffey. He was tough.
It may have changed, it may not have changed, but at least the heartbeat would have been the same.
Nearly 30 years later, no team at North has matched the accomplishments of those teams from 1995 and 96.
The other thing I can pretty much pick up the phone and call most of the guys on our team.
Looking back on them, I think it was the funnest couple years of my life.